Alright, so I took a couple blocks out just so you could see a little bit better. But first thing that we're going to wire is going to be the crusher. And basically the best thing when you're doing wiring is to get all your circuits that are going to go together wired before you put in the final wiring for the switches. So anyway, the first one we're going to do is the crusher, which is going to be pushing this block and be this piston and this piston. And we want to get them wired together so that they're on the same circuit. And the easiest way to do this is basically power this block below it, which can be done, and you can see I put in guideline things already right there to save time, is just to put a red torch right below. You see when I put that in, it powers that block, and then that piston is shot out. So we go ahead and do both of those, and there you go. There's your crusher. Now to get them wired in together, we can just push out this part of the pad right there, and just so you can see better, all this is going to be out, and we are going to stick in redstone connecting them right there. And because we're using a torch, it's okay. We can put a block back in right there, and it's not going to hurt the circuit. And just to show you, let me take this out. Oop. Let me put in a switch right there. When I do the switch, see, and because it's reversed, it's going to turn off the torches, unpowering the block, pulling the pistons, retracting the pistons, and then boom, it pushes them out and crushes them. So now we have that wired together. That is good. Let's stick that there. And we can pretty much just hide those away just by doing that. So very nice. And let's cover these back up so you cannot see them. Alright, very nice. See, and you'd never even know. So let me work on, I've got to make a, next we're going to be powering all the rest of the pistons together, the other 8, so the 2 in front. This is the crusher, so this one right here, and then the ones in the back here. Actually, I might be able to start setting some of this up. Let's see, this one's going to have to go up there, so I definitely did that wrong. I didn't bring it down that far in my actual one. But anyway, now you have to have it go up above one, because if we had the wiring go on this block here, it would be powering this piston. So we got to make it loop up like that, and then we can make it come back around to this other one over here. So I'll get to that in a minute. And let's see, this is, we just need to get power to this block here. So to do that, we're going to have to take out that guy right there. And we can stick you in right there. So that, or no, excuse me. It's going to be one lower. I think if we do it right there, that should get power directly into that block right there. So then this probably, I don't know if it matters, probably stick right there. So doing something similar, got to get power to that block right there. And then we got to go over top that one. Oop, let me do this in the sandstone so it's easier to see. Okay, we can leave that one just for the look. So go there, go up above it, go back down, and then wrapped around to the back over here. So it'll be something along the lines of that. Let me just, let's see, can we get up there? Alright, cool. Let's see if I can do this here. I'm going to have to knock off. Let me fix this up and then I'll be right back. Alright, I think I have everything adjusted right for the wiring now. I moved this block up one just because, I'll show you in a second. We got to put a repeater, if I remember correctly, right here pointing this way. And I just wanted to have it at the same level as the repeater. And let's stick the other bad boy right over right here. Right there. God, I sound like an idiot. Alright, so in going around, it's going to be a redstone right there, a redstone right there, and these are going to be pointing to those two blocks to do those pistons. And then this is going to connect up to it. It has our repeater. This one is up one, so it avoids that piston there, which is our crusher. And just goes around, around, round, round, round. Let me get up here. Alright. I put this up one, I'll show you in a second why, so you can see, but it would interfere with another wire otherwise. I'm pretty sure this avoids any of the inside pistons. Okay, so now that should wire them all up just fine. We still have 4 more pistons to wire in, but this does the completed glass ones. So that's going to prevent any more guys from falling in while they're being crushed. So let's just double check that. I'm gonna have to break, unfortunately, this glass, and this one's not going off. So what did I have? Did I miss something there? Let's see, and that's why it's good to test. Crap, I ran out of my nether rack. Ah, that's why. Because we forgot that one right there. Perfect. And so let me just break these guys. Awesome. So now it's going to have a two-layer spot. The sandstone's the first block, and then the stone brick. And that's where they will continue to gather while the crusher's going off. And you know what? While I'm here, why don't I, since I now have the nether brick, let's change it real quick. And then next we're going to wire in these last 4 pistons there. And that purpose for that is that when they fall in, there's 4 blocks total. But we only have 2 crushing them. Plus, if you're standing here and loot falls in the back, you're not able to reach it. So if this pushes them in, boom, then it will be able to crush them and you'll be able to grab all the loot. So I'm going to leave for now those ones out, which is the crusher. So let's wire in the final, last little area there. And if I can actually make it in. Alright, yeah. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. So let's break this off, because that was just for testing. Alright, and right here is where, if we had the redstone above, it would interfere. I think it was interfering with these pistons and these things right here. I don't know, it was something weird. But anyway, let's wire these bad boys in. Alright. Alright. Perfecto. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. Now I put a delay on it, so each one of these, when you lay it down, that's a delay of 1, 2, 3, 4. So a total of 8 delay for each one. Do it to the maximum clicks. And now let's see if this works. Perfect. So these are extended. These ones pushed out and the glass is all down. And then when we turn it off, perfect. All right. So now we got to wire everything else. What I'm going to do, as I had said, Etho wires it all in together. It is a little complicated, and I don't really feel like going through the whole thing again since it's already done. I'm going to show you a simpler way that you can wire it all in together. It's a little bit more manual work, but again, if you're not into doing the whole crazy redstone wiring thing, it might be your type of thing. Alright, at last we're in our final stretch. Let's get this working. We're going to have right here, this is going to be switching on these back pistons and the 4 glass ones that are going to close off the mob trap with the switch. And by the way, make sure that you have glass for the top ones, because otherwise you don't want any unnecessary damage happening to the mobs. And since glass is a translucent block, it's not going to be doing any damage to them. And then this, of course, is a slight delay afterwards. I don't think I explained why that was. That was just so that once these close, it gives it a moment before this pushes. So again, there's not any unnecessary damage to mobs. Because if you have even the slightest bit of hit damage on them, when the crushers go off, they'll die before they get to that just one hit. So anyway, let's set this guy up first. And for this one, again, when I did this, you don't have to do the exact way that I set up the blocks. I just kind of did it in a rush, the quickest way I could in one shot. But anyway, I have it going and connecting all the way to the back just so I don't have to put any other repeaters except for right there. So, and I guess that switch was already switched on. And as you can see, it looks as if it's working. So when I do this, the glass should go, all 4 of them, yep, and then a moment afterwards the back goes. So then they're in hitting distance right there. Perfect. Now I took out the crusher things for these just so that we could see better. And that's going to be connected right here. And it looks a lot more complicated than it is. Again, this is sort of the simpler version of what Etho's crusher was. But for this one, when you hit the switch, it's going to send a pulse out right here. So let's set that up. It's the wiring for that initial hit. It's kind of annoying to get around. Let's see. I think, yep, that's all wired up there. And that is going to connect in to this right here. Now, this is kind of important, so let me get where I can show you. This is what makes the whole thing work. This right here, it's kind of an L-shaped type of just 3 blocks going. And this is going to be what's called an RS NOR latch. And for this to work, let me see, where's my redstone torches? You have a redstone torch here. A redstone torch there. I already set that up. I didn't realize. And then you have going across the top. This like that. And only 1 torch is going to be lit at a time. You see that one's on right now. When I hit the pulse, the button, it's going to send a pulse over. And it's going to switch it on, so then this one will go on, and this will stay on permanently. This torch, that other one will go off, and it'll stay on permanently until going through the circuit, the redstone comes back up, going to here, and then it will shut this one off, and that one will go back on. Now, from this right here in that, coming from this, while it's going through, and that's the timer that's going to be going around here, it's also going to send over, while that torch is lit, send over a wire to the crusher that we have right here. And remember, we had that. Now, right now, that's because we had the redstone torches right there. Right now, the crusher's on, so we're going to have to invert it, which I'll show you how to do momentarily. We can just go right there. Now, on mine, if you want to, actually, let me just show you this. If you're going to be using the Etho's type of crusher, or if you want to temporarily do this just so that you can hurry up and get this thing working and then fix it later, which is something I commonly like to do, you'd actually want to put in 4 repeaters right here and set them all the way like that. So, you know what, I'm just going to put that like that, but it's not necessary for the crusher. You could just have redstone going through here. So, now to invert the signal, see that red torch up there? As soon as I put this down, it shut it off. And now the crushers, they're sucked in. So the default now will be pushed in instead of pushed out. And that's inverting the signal. And then this wiring right here, when we press the button, it will go. It'll activate this torch. This torch will turn on. And then it will send the signal going down here. And it will stay on up until it goes through our timer. So then continuing on, that end goes from there to the crusher. We're going to set up 23 repeaters. And again, these, they don't have to be laid out exactly like this. It's just happened to be how, when I was counting them out, how they happen to fall. But there probably is more efficient ways in laying them out. But either works, because most of this is just going to be junk space down here anyway. Now, every one of these repeaters, you're going to need to set it to the third setting, which is 4-tick delay. And then this going around, I just have it going up so I can go over that other wiring. And then this comes out so it doesn't mess with anything else. As soon as I set this down, it should you should see a signal coming around. Alright, not yet, but you will soon, once I do the thing, because actually, I'm sorry, it's in the off position. Alright, so we're going to set these all to the 4 ticks, which is 3 clicks of it. 2, 3... And this, if everything works right, should be a one-hit kill on every single blaze. And you're able to tell right away if it's, even if you have a ton of blaze, that it's a one-hit kill. Because if you hit a blaze and it doesn't die, it's going to get all pissed off at you. And it's going to get all fiery and everything. So you'll be able to see that. Now again, also, there might be some reason, I guess, that, like, on my other one for my zombie spawner, I had to have 24 of them, which was kind of strange. Wait, 24, it was either 24 or 22 in order to do it. So you can always play with some of the delays if it's not exactly right for you, but this is, I've done this several times, and it seems to always work that way. So now, if I have everything right, let's try this out. I press it, and it's going to be delayed a moment because of that. They went out. We can see our timer going around, going around, going around. And you'll watch. See, as soon as it ended, it went there, and it shut off that wire going to the thing, to the crusher. All right, so let's set those in, and that's good. It's in the default position, which is retracted. And then this was just so that we could get down in there. Once that's done, you can cover that up. And this I just did so that we could see, walk through quickly and see. So I press it, now it goes. And don't. Nice. And this is here just so we can see. Now behind here, eventually I will do, and because I didn't on the opening video that I had today, I hadn't yet set up the on-off switch, which we're going to set up to lava to turn on and off this mob spawner in case you don't want blaze spawning. Awesome. So we should be all set now. Now comes the fun part. We have to take out all the dirt. Now doing this, I may die. So I'm going to back up. Well, actually, you know what? I really don't even care. I'm not going to back this up. But let's fill this in. And you can fill it in however you want to make it look nicer. Doesn't really matter. You can do that. You can cover those other pistons. Does not matter. We can extend this more over. I just didn't because we have the wall right there. But anyway, it should be all complete. So why don't we test it out and see how we do. All right. Now comes the moment of truth. I've been scared of this part right here. Gonna have to break through the glass, and I brought glass with me so we could fill it back in. Now as soon as I start removing any of these blocks, blaze are going to be able to start spawning. It would be a good time if you have any of the fireproof potions to use them, or fire resistant potions, whatever the hell they're called. I do not have any, so we're going to have to just free ball it. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh crap, I didn't bring a sword. Alright, this is going to be bad, I can already tell. I can already tell. Oh no. Ah! Go away. Stop, stop it, stop it. Alright, I'm definitely going to die while doing this. Oh, fuck. Oh. Alright. See you back in a second. Wow, I just wanted to show you. This sucks balls. Apparently, I don't sleep that often because, you know, our base is pretty much mob-free and you can't see the sun. And apparently the last time I had slept was in here. So I gotta run all the way back. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so I'll see you back in the nether and we will finish it up. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, no. No. Ah! Oh, that sucked balls! Alright, so I definitely have to go back in with armor. I hope I don't lose my stuff. Ah, Jesus. And once again, it's gonna spawn me. Because I forgot to sleep. Oh, crap. Oh, that sucks. You know what? If I remove the bed, it'll bring me back to the spawn point of the game. Put that there because I want a bed there. But the spawn point of the game is right on my island. Oh, why didn't I think of that last time? Alright, well, I'll see you back in the nether. Alright, you ready, guys? I have a feeling we're going to do it this time. I made all brand new armor. I got an iron shovel now. Come on, let's do it. Yes, let's do it, let's do it. Come on. Oh, this is the hardest whole part, the whole damn thing. I don't even care if I get my stuff. Oh crap, I forgot to make a pickaxe. Yes, they're not spawning. Not spawning. I think we got it. I think we're gonna get it. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, we got it, we got it. Oh crap. I think we got it this time. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, shit. Alright, we'll come back for this. Oh, so close. Alright, all we got now are those 3 little things there. We should be able to pick up all of our stuff, I think, right at the bottom, which that's at least a good sign. Alright. I just want to see if it works. Taking out the bed, moving it. Yes! Yes! Alright, so I'll see you back in the nether. Alright, I think we got it this time. All I brought this time was just the pickaxe to get that, those ones in the corner. We're gonna do it. I know we're gonna do it. Where the hell is it? Yes. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. Alright, I think we did it. We get this glass. Awesome. I want to go back in and get the rest of my stuff. Oh, it's going to be so freaking dangerous. Alright. We got to cover up the top too, otherwise they're going to be able to get out. Where the hell did I get in? I forgot where all my stuff was. Okay, it's over here. The way to get in and out, right? Yeah. There I am, talking to myself. Alright. You know what? I don't even give a shit. We'll let the rest of the stuff just stay in there because after this I'm going back to my other save file. So let's just cover this up. I think, is that all the glass? Awesome. Yep. Now see that guy? See how he's all fiery? That means he saw me and he's tracking me now. And he's pissed off. But the rest of these guys should be fine. You're already seeing them all collect down there. We got all the blocks. There's some dirt blocks there. And those will just disappear over time. So it's no biggie. They don't bother the pressure plates at all. And it's working. It is working. Now, one thing you can do also, I don't know. I was testing it out. I don't know if it's more efficient or less efficient. But I really don't like that a lot of times guys will spawn on top of the spawner and then they'll just stay there. Now that time that guy fell, but if they spawn actually on top of it, they may stay there, not walk off. Now that's why some people use, instead of pistons on that first layer, they'll just use all signs and then they'll always just walk off. But even then it can take a little bit longer. So, and you could use a combination of both, but then you got to make the whole thing taller. Here's an example of that guy right there. Now, one quick, easy fix for that. I don't want to die doing this, though. You know, basically, you could put a block glass going on top of the spawner all the way up here, and then nothing can spawn there. And it hurts the efficiency a little bit, because you're not getting spawns. A couple of your spawn places are now blocked, but nobody's going to stay stuck up there screwing up how many guys can spawn at a time around the spawner. So anyway, I know that was probably boring and nobody cares, but just so you know. How do I get down? Okay. So let's test this baby out. That's the whole reason we came back here. Alright, so there is now roughly 32 guys there. So let's shut this off. Okay, and now no more guys can collect up top, and these guys are sitting here and they're just on their first 2 blocks, and then a couple will die probably if they took damage coming down from the pistons. But let's try out our timer. Hopefully I got it right. Come on, baby, please, please, please. See that guy? Only one, it looks like, took damage. Let's see. I guess a couple more guys fell down, huh? Or there's just more entities. Alright, anyway, so now they should all be one-hit kills. Notice none of them are getting fiery red when I'm hitting them. And that is amazing. We did it, guys. So now, get ready for a shit ton of XP. All the blaze rods that you want. Freaking blaze penis. And, yeah. I will see you in the next episode. This has gone on for about probably 2 episodes, maybe even already. But I hope you enjoyed, guys. Make sure to comment. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to go check out Etho's lab, who is the main inspiration behind this design, behind the crusher, and everything. He's awesome. Go check him out. And we will get back on track with all this new stuff. Got to do potions soon. Got to do a whole ton of stuff. So it'll be good fun. So peace out, guys.